now. Yes.
I'm very sure.
I know. I'm fucking not very trusting the OBS after last week, but I'm still
Yeah.
100% sure that Tech just had us muted on the OBS and is just blaming it on everything else. Typical
Yeah,
shit.
did. Yeah, I mean, you managed it fine when I was in the hospital. So
Do you know what I mean? It's not really hard, bro. Just hit record, bro. Do you know what I mean, bro? But and it recorded all the visual and the audio. Seems pretty sus to me, and it's alright because I can slag him because he totally doesn't listen to this podcast. Ha 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 ha.
You check.
Right, hit me with that fucking sweet intro, daddy. Troll.
Just taking a little sip of coffee. As always, guys, thank you very much for joining us here on the Unofficial Official podcast. This week, joined by the three amigos, we have Alex, also known as Eloise Music, on the old YouTube. The privilege himself, Capitan Privilege.
The privilege is all yours.
Oh yeah, baby. And as always, troll with them all.
And we've got Anthony. Anthony. Are you...
Anthony.
Anthony? Are you there? Oh, I think the dark fruits may have corrupted him over the course of the night.
He's still in bed, boy. Yeah, this is quite early for us. Where we've tried to be more organised and be more adult. This is my adulting hat.
No, what it really does is expose the fact we're all too fucking young for this shit. / too old for this shit.
I'm too old. Yeah, so we'll have a set time, guys. So like 11, 12. We'll go 11, right? We'll do 11, and then 11 comes, and we're all like, oh, this is really early. I stayed up too late last night playing games. Oh, God. Oh, no.
I love how your idea of playing games is just sending fucking deviant memes between ourselves and giggling like little school children.
You know, I think that's my favourite thing to do is I make myself laugh so much. Like, I spammed the fuck out of the Create Scotland Discord with just memes that I had. And I was literally, the whole time, I'm just giggling like fuck, just like, I love this.
I was like, what you posted now? You were like, nothing, I'm just fucking laughing at my memes. Oh.
So good, man. We get some good shit, it was great.
And then we expertly decided to send Alex on a fucking super funky PS5 trip late as fuck last night, and they actually done their homework and went and watched the full hour of the PS5 fucking breakdown, which I think
and plot twist, actually liked it.
Yeah.
So
come
Alex
to the
is a convert.
Sony side, Luke.
Yeah, I actually am. Like literally, I was talking to Troll last night, and I was like, I'm gonna buy a PlayStation. Like what?
They already bullied Yangi, ain't they? I heard Yangi's already got one ordered. It's too late.
Yeah, I think it's arriving today, lads. So you know.
Oh, it's arriving.
We should do the podcast in game.
I'm down.
Fallout.
Yes, most of it will just be you and like pair of you shouting at me, going, "What the fuck are you doing? Why do you not know what you're doing?" And I'm just like walking into shit.
To be fair, I still don't know how to play Fallout 76, and we play it every fucking week. Like, the amount of stims and shit I've wasted just going. I've used.
Bro, I've been playing it for 2 years, and I still kind of fucking figured it
out. So Fallout is the one with the shelters, and you have to escape the shelter thingy. Yes.
That's kind of how most of them start.
It's one way of putting it.
Explore the world.
Yeah, he's pissing himself in the back.
We'll learn you yet.
I'm trying my best, lads.
You are. Proud of you.
I like is it Blockbuster Theatre? That's my shit. That's my jam. Battle Block Theatre.
Oh yeah, shit. That's a pretty fun game.
That's my jam. Well, that's ADHD in a game, and it's beautiful.
I've got a list here, and I've got them in order if we want to run through them. I mean, everyone was in sweet hot anticipation for the brand new version of GTA 5 getting launched for the PS5.
Apparently, there was big salt.
Oh, aye. Basically, everyone was really, really hoping for for a Grand Theft Auto 6 soon, and they've kind of just went, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We're gonna just give you basically not a remastered version, but a fucking next gen compatible version with its own free. Oh, I better not show the trailers or some kind of copy strike me. So yeah, we had GTA 5 was the first one, which was a bit fucking odd to launch it, but I can imagine Rockstar probably pumped Sony with a good wee bit of cash on the side, especially considering what they then announced was that they'll have a specific GTA Online free for all PS5 owners, and that anyone with PS Plus will get, what was it, some stupid like $1 million in
Yeah,
GTA Online bucks every month,
if you own GTA 5 on PS4, you'll get $1 million every month until the release of the PS5,
which is just fucking not real.
which is they're really going for it, really fucking going for it.
But then we had Spider Lives Matter because we had fucking Miles Morales Spider-Man, the sequel to Spider-Man. Just fucking looks stunning. I didn't came to complain about that. I think we were all somewhat expecting that, but maybe no quite as quick.
Yeah, I feel like it's not that long ago Spider-Man came out, so it's kind of like, holy shit, that's a quick turnaround. They know what people want. They're just like, let's pump it out. Let's get it out there.
What was yours take?
Basically, like, because I was watching this as a non-gamer person, I was well excited when Spider-Man came out because I was like, I know who that is.
Well, I mean, did
Oh
you
my
see any
God.
of the previous Spider-Man stuff, Alex?
No, I don't think so.
The previous game was really well received. It was a Sony exclusive. I've actually got it in the house, so when you get your PS4, no problem, gear, we fucking any of that. You can have fun with that.
Yes.
It's more of a kind of open world, fucking quick timey, just button bashy, having a laugh type thing, rhythm game shit.
Sounds good to me.
And there's a million and one spider suits and really weird shit going on. Like I used to listen to this podcast, kind of funny before they became kind of cucky, and they ran this campaign for Fat Spider-Man because they had a picture of the guy for the podcast with no shirt on and a Spider-Man hood, and it was just a big fat Spider-Man. They actually ran the campaign well enough that the game devs stuck in a fucking fat Spider-Man. So randomly walking around the world, you might come across someone just a big chunky guy with a fucking nothing but a Spider-Man mask on his head. But then we had everyone's, like obviously everyone's huge racing game, Gran Turismo 7. I mean, what's to be said about that other than cars go fast and go vroom vroom?
Zoom, zoom,
Yeah,
vroom, vroom, zoom, zoom. Yeah,
fucking.
I kind of, I, I'm not mega into racing games. I know there's people out there that are fucking fanatics, but
I was
normally they're people
watching
that
it.
love
All I could
racing as well.
all I could think was, right, why do that when you could play like Mario Kart and do the Waluigi circuit?
I
I
mean,
mean,
like honestly, bruh, like I'm so I'm happy folk are getting they're still getting their racing games. They always look stunning.
Yeah, they're
But
always beautiful.
in reality, why we don't have a dope ass Fast and Furious game, that's not to be. And it was a bit of a weird shit sandwich because like what they done was hit you with Spider-Man and then hit you with Gran Turismo and then they hit you with Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart,
Yeah.
Ratchetta and Clank.
that was the one that I was like, I want to play this one.
That looks awesome.
Let's
You never played the
work.
Ratchet and Clank before?
No.
That's been an ongoing franchise for like PS2. Really good games. They've got quite arguably a childhood aesthetic, a childish aesthetic. But when you get down to the mechanics of the game, they're just really fun, good shooters. You know, you're just
Priv.
rocking around with daft games. What's up?
I'll let you into a secret, right?
Okay.
I'm quite a childish person. I have half pink and half blue hair that I wear in bunches, and
Uh-huh.
I quite like cartoons and stuff. So I
Right.
mean,
This
I mean,
is that's why you're the nonce attractor.
actually, I'm no joke. I'm actually the nonce magnet. I'll bring that up later because that was drama.
Right. So then we had this weird ass looking. They looked fucking gorgeous. Square Enix's Project Athia, which looks kind of like a mix between I don't know, Tomb Raider and that weird fucking skydiving demo that we got for Epic. I genuinely thought that's what it was for a minute, but
Like the full game.
all we know is that it's featured werewolf-like creatures and flying sections. And it's a PS5
I think I might have skipped
exclusive.
that one. Was that a scary one?
No, it was quite short. It was very short. It was just a lassie just
Yeah.
seemingly diving for cliff to cliff and then comes across a couple of baddies and that was it. That was all we got.
I do remember. Okay.
You can guaranteed with games where they call it Project something, it's 9 times out of 10 because they've literally they can't be asked coming with that name with it. It's that early in the early stages. But then we did have the most favoured of I think of ours when we were watching it live through, and I don't know about yourself, Alex, but
What's next?
Stray, the cat simulator game.
Stray looks fucking phenomenal. I don't even know what it's about. I just saw a cat with a backpack and robots and went,
Caesar
I'm in.
revealed a
I didn't realise when you said that. I didn't realise that was when you were talking about, because I didn't really notice the cat. I was just like, oh, robots, cool.
How could you not
Yeah.
notice the cat? The cat's the main focus at the end. Stands up on a
Yeah.
cliff like Batman.
Maybe
Yep.
I got
It's called-
distracted. I'm
It's called
sorry.
Stray, and the logo's a cat head.
I think I might have missed that bit.
Well, it's weird because the description a robot-focused game called Stray, set in a world where humans have died off. Cats, however, are still in abundance, and the robots
I'm not being
appear
funny,
to be
but cats will take over the world.
Cats
Oh,
have
yeah.
already took over the world. Are you kidding? Cats are from another planet. I have that on
Yeah.
good authority. But
There's,
So I'm
Um,
fairly convinced that Ethel will like run a country or something today.
I guess we'll get a free pass when the Great Dog
Yeah.
versus Cat War does inevitably happen.
She's basically half cat anyway. So.
No.
There's I don't know if this is a bit of trivia for you. There's actually what's the word? It's like a parasite that humans. I think it's like 70% of humans have that make you love cats. You get it for their shit, but that's why his cats are so beloved. They did tests with it on rats and shit, and they basically infected these rats with this parasite that goes into the brain and makes you love cats. And the rats weren't scared of the cats anymore. They just go up to them and get eaten. Fucking crazy.
I
So yeah,
think you're just making that up,
no,
troll.
it's
That
totally true.
is no.
Yeah,
No.
it's
No,
such
I'm
a.
not gonna
I
kill
don't give a fuck. I
you,
love cats.
Parasite.
Give me all them parasites,
I love
please.
cats.
But yeah,
So
yeah, a lot
yeah,
of the
then we had
populations are affected.
Returnal from House Marquee. Bit of fuck it, Returnals are like what a fucking name, okay. But
Yeah,
shout
it's
out
kind
to
of.
House Marquee. They made fucking kick-ass games, like fucking top-down arcade games. You might know any of them, like Alienation. Fuck, what was it? It was like Shooting Dead or something like that. But they were fairly popular games, but no one bought them. And they come up with a big statement a few
Yeah,
years back saying like, look, these games get fucking huge critical acclaim, but the market speaks for itself, so we're gonna have to pull something out the bag here and
the
spend time
wazoo.
on making a fucking kick-ass game. And to be fair, it looked shit hot. That was the one with the woman who was in the or presumably the woman that was in the space suit and kept talking
She
about
looked
every
like.
time she died or went to bed, the planet was changing.
Yeah, she looks like Brianna Tarth.
That's what you kept saying. She looked, I didn't see it. Because she's
I
blonde and
honestly
has a
think it could
weathered
be.
face. She's Brianna Tarth.
Yeah, I honestly thought it could be the actress that they've used for facial, the mocap. Honestly, I was looking at her going, "Is that? Is it? What?
Do you know what I
What?
say to that? I say,
What?"
my sack boy, a big adventure.
Oh,
Huh?
there we go. There we go.
Nice. Sackboy, the
Fucking
game that
cleverly.
everyone was waiting on. So it's Sackboy for
I like
Little
they
Big Planet.
swerved it as well. It was like, "What the fuck's this?" And then he takes the suit off, and you're like, "It's Sackboy in a suit. That's cheeky.
I
That's
did that. I
fucking
was looking
cheeky."
forward to some sort of a furry fucking
I know,
RPG.
I said the same thing to Ryan. I was like, what the fuck is this weird tiger thing? And it came up and I was like, I still don't know what that is. And then Ryan was like, oh, it's Sackboy.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. Still don't know what's going on. But it looks like fun.
Basically, Little
That's
Big
funny.
Planet was a huge exclusive with Sony back in the day.
Yeah.
For Planet, for Media Molecule, I do believe, the makers of Dreams, and it was a huge hit, like a fucking out of nowhere hit, where it's just kind of like this plushy kind of fucking like you know the adverts that were like Coraline, where all the people are made out of covers and stuff and stitched together for
Yeah.
fucking comfort or whatever the fuck it was.
Mhm.
It's kind of like that, but you're literally just a little sack boy, a little hacky sack boy man thing, and you just bop around a little plushy universe. However, the in-game ability was you could actually make your own levels, make your own fucking adventures type stuff, and upload those. And that was the start of that type of shit. Roughly, probably about I think before or around about the same time as you got like your Mario makers and shit.
Yeah. The
So this was a huge. This was their mascot for the whole of PS3 essentially, but not a lot of people know that didn't play the game.
Mhm. They released the Little Big Planet 3 for free on
hmm
PS4 with PS Plus.
hmm
It's pretty fun.
But they kind of got sidelined over the course of the PS4 because they were working on Dreams, for the
Yeah.
entirety of the life cycle of the PS4. Like
And then
every
it comes out
E3,
at
they're
the-
like, "Oh, Dreams is coming, Dreams is coming." And like fucking 5 years later, everyone's like, "Is Dreams coming though?" Then it dropped.
Whose
But,
dreams can I meet him?
Destruction All Stars, aka Rocket League without a ball, that looked fucking shit hot. Don't know if
It
you
does
remember
look
that.
like
It's quite literally just a
lot of
bunch
fun.
of cars ramming into each other, but then there's modes where you can jump out of the car and just run around and try and not get
Yeah,
hit by the
I
car.
do remember that one.
That
I
looked
didn't
fun.
understand what was going on. I was very confused.
Yeah, it was just a destruction derby of some kind.
Yeah.
Like
That
Rocket
was
League without
such
the
a good
ball.
game.
I do really fucking fancy it, man. They bad.
Looks like
I used to play a game like that, but it was with tractors. Just
What?
like no, genuinely, and it was like a destruction derby thing, but with tractors.
That rings a fucking bell really hard to. I
I
can't
don't know what it
think of
was.
that.
I don't remember, but I remember playing it.
Then we had Kena Bridge of Spirits, an adorable adventure game developed by features Pixar-like visuals of magical abilities and
It was really
enemies.
pretty, to be fair. It was
Platform
really pretty.
discovery will play a major role. Blah 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 blah. Yada yada. I mean,
It
these
didn't
games look
really-
quite good, but they don't grab me by the
No.
Sackboy, so I don't particularly.
I kind of seen it. I was like, it looks decent, but it's not a game that I'd get my way to buy. Like, I think it seems like it's an adventure game, but it's not. You can't level up in it. Is
It
what feel like I see.
doesn't give
If you can
you-
level up, I'm in.
It
I'm
doesn't
fucking
give
in.
you
I
a
love levels, man.
high like goodbye volcano
Oh, fuck.
high.
That's
What?
just that's just teenage angst for furries.
Starring
That's all
fantasy
that is.
creatures and a hand-drawn art style, Goodbye Volcano High is an emotional game set in the end of an era. It will arrive in 2021 and it will also feature a unique and indie style soundtrack if the trailer is accurate. Well, I love this description because this description gives you literally no more clue as to what the fucking game is. I think it actually hit trending that night. Out of all the fucking games on this, it was one of the bigger, one of the higher
Really?
hitting trending because everyone was like, "What the fuck is it?" You
Ah.
remember this one, Alex? It was literally like someone said it was like a
Cartoon.
BoJack Horseman kind of looking,
Mhm.
just
I
fucking.
remember I saw the first like second of it, and then I was like, nah, and then I was looking at Trolls memes.
Yeah, it didn't grab me. That was kind of like
What?
don't really.
I was
Hand-drawn
mate, it was like an
animation.
adult babar. It was like a fucking
Yeah.
it was like a fucking teen novel. What do you call the teen novel things? There's a genre for that shit.
Like a fan fiction or something.
No, that's disgusting and deviant. Don't ever say fan fiction.
Was it like Nemi for the back of the metro?
Young adult, that's it. It's young adult novels. That's it.
Nah, I
Seems
think
like a young adult babar.
it's gonna be story driven. It doesn't seem as though it's gonna have a lot of choices and a lot of options and a lot. It doesn't seem like it can open up very much, with it being hand drawn
How
as
do you know?
well.
It might
It's
be.
a
It might
limit
be like
what you
the
can do.
fucking. What was the? Christ, I'm totally name blocking it here now. Dave. The one where you could fuck the Odd World. What was the? Oh, mind you, the bird and all the voice acting was really crappy, but then you could reverse time a wee bit. That one.
What?
So speaking of Odd World Soulstorm.
Mate, I don't have a clue what you just spoke about, but let's
I
pretend
had a
that didn't
mini
happen.
stroke. I'm trying to think
No.
it. You talk about Oddworld, Abe's Oddworld.
Yes, I
I'll
was
look this up.
hyped as fuck when this came up because it came up. It said Oddworld, and I was like, "What's it going to be?" Because I'm actually quite a big fan of Oddworld. I'm actually going to get Stranger's Wrath on Switch because they re-released it, and that's a fucking fun game.
Life is Strange is what I was talking about.
Ah, yeah, no, the
It could be
animation
like
in
a
that, though,
Life
I'm
is
sure
Strange
was.
thing, but it's just 2D animated, maybe? Yeah.
But in Life is Strange, it's like 3D models, so it's kind of you can actually make your character run about and shit. Whereas with 2D animation, it seems like it's more restricted. It could just be the vibe I'm getting, but it's a weird one. But yeah, Oddworld Soulstorm looked pretty good. It looks like you can control fuck tons of Mudokons at the same time, instead of just being this one that kind of moves them about and shit. But oh, Abe's Odyssey is my shit, and fucking the second one where you're the blind fucking seer one was lit as well. And Munch's Odyssey was pretty good. Didn't play much of that one. Stranger's Wrath was lit. I'm sure there's other ones as well that I missed.
For
But
MD Disney care, it's basically like it's almost like a Lemmings kind of game, but you are the main leader, the main character.
Yes, you are Abe, the chosen Mudokon, and you have to get all of your. In the very first one, you had to get all of the other Mudokons that were working in this factory out because they were going to turn you into food. It's very fucking dark and it's lit. It's so good. It's so
You ever
fucking
seen
fun,
any of
man.
the Abe's Odyssey stuff, Alex?
Nope.
Oh, mate.
I don't know anything about any games
That
ever.
to be
Apart
fair,
from Mario. I like Mario.
to be fair, they're kind of older school
Yeah,
esque kind of
yeah.
games.
Also, like, I'm not even 20 yet, so you know, there's a good few years between us. So the things that you would have played,
Yeah, whoa,
I
hey,
haven't.
listen to the age
You think you
shaming.
would know, baby?
Hey,
You would know, baby?
fucking, what is this? I think it's past your
No, it's more the
bedtime
fact that,
already.
like, you know, we've just lived different lives, Prev, so far.
She's not a gamer, girl. Oh my god.
Oh my
I'm not a
god.
girl, mate. So I mean,
What?
Touche.
Okay. They're not a gamer person. See, it doesn't sound right.
I like,
Doesn't sound right.
I like how you've adapted the Scottish way, saying girl. I'm not a girl.
Girl.
Faggot.
Fucking girl.
But I think one of the more fucking awesome looking ones of the night was definitely Ghostwire Tokyo. Unfortunately, we didn't get any of the bird for the previous E3s that comes out going yatta, put all the daft fucking poses and shit. Everyone was in love with her. But fucking, we did get an incredible trailer for what looks like a mad as fuck psychedelic game. Fucking anime schoolgirls walking by with no heads. Environments that
spoopy
are
shit.
entirely just like LSD, AAA, fucking changing colours and textures and shit. Don't know what to expect for it, but I've got fucking high hopes for this. I thought this was an exclusive, but I ain't seen nothing about a Sony exclusive on this one. I'm
I
pretty
think,
sure it was.
yeah,
Bethesda and
that's
Tango Gameworks.
the one thing I found a bit weird was they didn't mention what was exclusive. There's always things like Spider-Man and shit, but they never really said PS5 exclusive. And it was like, you could have did that. Could have just
Well,
give
I
us a hint.
think what they done was they like because fucking Xbox fucked that up a few years back. I don't know if you remember. It was like about two years ago. Um, Ghostwire's reappeared as a PS5 console exclusive, launching next year for the next gen system, right? Okay, but yeah, fucking Xbox totally like shagged that a couple of years back because they every single trailer they dropped, they said either it was a world exclusive, meaning that the trailer was a world exclusive,
Oh, that's
it was a
stupid.
world premiere, or it was an exclusive premiere, and they done that like exclusive, and it became a fucking meme. And it literally diluted.
That's fair.
But by the end of it, everyone was like, "How could he tell you what was fucking what? What was an exclusive fucking look? Was it an exclusive premiere of the trailer? Like what the fuck, Ken?" So I think they've kind of peeled back on that. If you remember, there was PlayStation Studio would pop up before quite a few games, and that for
Yeah.
me was the telltale of no, this is
Okay.
definitely being backed by Sony. This is fucking their shit. But then we got Jet, The Far Shore, Jet with two T's, my favourite game just because it's got two T's. Uh,
Were they
fucking
capitalized?
was show no, that was the one thing missing. Shown during
Scum.
the world is shown as dreary, but a rocket fires into space and shows a series of satellites that appear to hold some sort of future for the planet. Hundreds of years later, a small ship flies to a much more vibrant land. This is where your Twitter feed cut out, troll.
Yep, that's what I was going to say. I was like, I think I might have missed this one.
Yeah, it looks fucking stunning. It really does. Just huge environments. Fucking great textures, great fucking graphics. With a simplistic style at the same time for like your characters and stuff. But again, that gives you the ability to do a lot more within the game engine. Did you remember seeing that one, Alex, or were you
the one with the
distracted by a
spaceman.
fly in the corner of the room? Yeah, Spaceman.
I
Spaceman
remember the
and
spaceman.
egg that dropped to the sky.
Yes, and I remember there being a big green net sort of thing, but I don't.
Yeah. No, I think that was another one. No, that was the other one.
Oh fucking hell!
What was that? That was
Too
fucking
much space.
Animanima, Pragmatama or some shit. Yeah.
This is the
Pragmata
problem
was,
with trying to get
yeah.
me to fucking watch shit. Like I'm
Oh,
like, yes,
to be
watching things.
fair,
Oh look, other thing over there. Oh fuck, missed bit. Ah.
to be
Yeah, no,
fair,
I
you got
kinda, to be
bombarded
honest, Alex,
though.
I was kind of the same. I was streaming when I was doing it, so I'm like trying to chat and keep up with chat while watching. I was like, I'm missing.
By the time I'd finished it, it was like fucking I didn't even know. It was late, and I was
It was
like, I was
pretty
like,
late.
I can't do it again because I have to watch things more than once so that they go in my brain.
Ah,
So we had Godfall. Wasn't too much revealed or impressive about that because it was more a bit of a demo in progress. It just seems like a kind of fantasy sci-fi-esque fucking lane beat 'em up type shit. With Solar Ash from the creators of Hyper Light Drifter. Really cool aesthetic. The hostile world seems to reject protagonists, and there are mentions of a void before the demonstration transitioned to the gameplay. What? Jesus Christ, this motherfucker's just literally writing what I saw this on the screen and then it turned to this.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why I'm
Here are
slagging
my
on. There's
notes.
no as if I made any fucking notes. I'm just stealing
Yeah.
GameSpot's notes.
Yeah, boy.
Then we had Hitman 3. Apparently, this scared the shit out of Alex. Rightfully so.
Yeah,
It
no,
was a
I
fucking
was
dark
shit
trailer.
it.
I did this.
Shit it.
We were sitting there going, "Is this Hitman? It is.
Yeah.
Is this Hitman? It is. It seems pretty dark for a Hitman. What's fucking Hitman?" Then we had Astros.
This was the one with the neck breakage, wasn't it? The one that I skipped.
No, that was Deathloop, I think. Later
Oh my
on.
god, I get
It
so
might-
confused. It's all the fucking same.
There was probably some
Yeah.
neck breakage with Hitman, to be fair.
Might have been. I have skipped it all. I don't.
Some garrote wire, probably.
We had the Astro's Playroom. A
Mhm.
new Astro game has been shown to everything. All that developed by.
Do you know what? The only thing I think they were missing was any mention of PSVR, because I have PSVR and I've got the Astro Boy, whatever the fuck the full name it is, and it's pretty fun in VR. You're like, this is quite trippy, playing in VR and controlling this tiny little robot and seeing the controller in real life and shit. It's lit. But
That was a fun fact.
Oh, hit me with it.
Yeah, I actually know one of the guys that works with the VR stuff, and I've done for the games and stuff. I know this bloke that does the VR stuff.
Why don't you ask him if what's the sitch with PSVR 2?
Why don't you ask him if he'll give me a PS4
Use your contact.
VR?
I mean, I can try.
Why don't you ask him if they could just hook me up to be a perpetual PSVR tester, and I'll just live my life.
If you want to come and live in fucking wherever he lives, that I'm not gonna say, but it's a long way from here.
Dogs it, right. Little Devil Inside was on the next ones. I had a very much the sexy brutal aesthetic. That was one with the guy, like it kept showing a guy in a room snug as a bug, snoring away, old guy, and then it would cut to this young kid, almost Breath of the Wild kind of aesthetic looking shit, running, fighting against dragons and all sorts of shit, dropping bombs, doing massive toad smiths and stuff. That looked quite cool.
At this point, Paul had told me to watch something about a pinata. So Ryan was showing me a pinata thing, and I was like, "There's a dragon on the screen." Okay, pinatas.
Heavy fucking Mexican brass music. Alex Yang just staring at a fucking screen. Then we had the breath. Everyone's like huge moment of surprise. I can't believe they're bringing out another one. They didn't like. There was crying. There was audible crying across the globe when NBA 2K announced NBA 2K21. There's nothing more can be said about that other than I can't believe there's another NBA game coming out. But then on to your favorite, Alex, Bug Snacks.
Yeah.
A charming
honestly
game.
looks lit.
It looks so good.
Irwin style wildlife expert. Bug Snacks is from the creators of Octodad. That was a fucking huge indie game. It wasn't as big a hit as it could have been, but it was very well received. Creatures are mixes of bugs and snacks, such as burgers and strawberries and McRibs.
There was a sandwich centipede and cinnamon roll snails. See, I remember this one because it was really colourful, so I actually paid attention.
This is the reason we pinata get brought up, because Alex was like, I think I'd like that, and I was like, you would love your pinata. Oh my god, you'd love it. And she was like, they were like, oh my god, I would, and I was like, yeah, you would. It's good. I like the wee twist they've got where you are what you eat. So if you eat something, it becomes a part of your body. So at the very end, the guy's like, there's a fire in the town because I was trying to do something with my wiener hands, and he should get fucking sausages for hands.
He's
What the
just wiener
fuck?
hands. That was gross. Game's disgusting.
Vulgar.
I was watching it, and because obviously at the beginning it's got the little strawberries, right? And then the creature thing ate the strawberry, and I got well sad, but I was like, you know what? Okay.
You know what? For my satisfaction, I'll eat all the wee strawberry guys. So then now comes the more scarier side of the fucking segment. I think this is the point where Alex went and hid under the covers with Demon Souls getting a remake. That looked fucking incredible.
Yeah, beautiful. I've never played it, but I'm quite a big fan of the Dark Souls series. So I've
Yeah, it's
played 1, 2,
very
3.
very early on in the
Um,
whole Souls
it,
fucking series.
yeah,
Scaling
the
things
trailer
so
was going on, and I was kind of like, I recognised that. Is that Havel's armor? I was like, what the fuck? And then it came on. I was like, this has to be a Souls game. It has to be. And then it was like Demon Souls. I was like, holy shit! I get to play it. I get to play it.
yeah.
Ow! I'm
And your
looking
eyes
forward to
won't
it.
totally fucking burn into your skull with shittier graphics. I like that.
Yeah, it looks pretty too. It looks pretty.
Then we had Deathloop. This was just looked fucking incredible.
Yep.
Arcane Studios. We were talking about this before. You're caught in an infinite loop where you're trying to. There were an ongoing duel between yourself and another assassin. They're not entirely clear on what the mechanics are going to be in the sense of whether it's going to be a co-op, a two-player, but you are definitely able to play as the
Hero.
female assassin who's trying to kill the main character.
Mhm.
But the overall style is obviously it's got a bit of Dishonored feel to it, where the environments kind of are quite well melded.
Mhm.
It's hard to describe, like, you know, like 1 minute you're in a fucking room here and you can baseball slide through a fireplace into a complete another room, which is like fucking what? But every day or every time you die, everything resets, and it is quite literally just about trying to beat this fucking. It's almost like an old school game in the sense that everything's a set piece. So
It's
it's going to be very much
yeah.
like a speed run type fucking scenario or a memory based scenario where you need to memorize the fucking path and who's coming where and what and when and try and
It looks.
advance through
I
that.
don't know if I misunderstood this, but it looks as though like you're alive and you do things and then you die. But I think that version of you still stays present. Am I right, or am I just
No,
making shit
well,
up?
what I was picking up from the previous trailer as well at the E3 is it just quite literally it's live die repeat. Every time you die, you start way back at the start, but you're conscious of what the fuck just happened. Therefore, you
Ah,
have the chance and the capability of going, oh no, this cunt's in this corner. Which it sounds weird because it literally sounds like you're just describing any other game, but at
yep.
the
Well, you die
same
and you do it
time,
again.
it's not procedurally generated. The AI doesn't seem like it's so fucking, uh, crazily fucking hyped that it's going to be able to jump you and surprise you as much. But it's going to get more and more intense as the game goes along.
Yeah,
Um, so then we had Resident Evil Village, which was a fucking kick-ass trailer, scary as
yeah.
fuck.
They
Uh,
threw me through a
Skipped
fucking
that
loop.
one.
Chris
And
Chris
Troll was mad at me.
Chris
Oh,
Redfield
I was
just
like,
shooting fuck out the protagonist's wife right at the end of the trailer, which was quite dark.
yeah. It had me going through a loop. I was like, is this like I was like,
Mhm.
I get kind of Resident Evil vibes, and then they had like a zombie werewolf, and I was like, nah, it can't be. And then it came up Village, and I was like, oh, it's a new game, Village, and then it was like VIII, and I was like, oh shit,
Well,
yes,
what I really like
uh,
is the fact they're getting to explore these different aspects because I
yeah,
think a lot of people, even though Biohazard, the last Resident Evil 6 was a fucking hit. Uh, Canonically, people were kind of like, well, is this really a
it's
zombie game anymore? You kind of going off on
yeah,
a tangent here. What the fuck? So then they went, oh, really? Oh, you want zombie games? Cool. There's Resident Evil 2 remastered. Shut the fuck up. Or there's
yeah.
Resident Evil 3 remastered. Go and fuck off and play that while we
I'm
break out the werewolves. And I just
so
like, shut up, man.
so I'm so buzzing for what they're gonna do with Resident Evil because the new Resident Evil engine, see, in 7,
Hmm.
what a fucking phenomenal game, man!
Yeah.
Oh my god, it literally blew my mind. So I
It's,
beat it, and then I got PSVR, and I tried to play it in PSVR, and I was like, I can't do it. It's
oh,
pretty
hell yeah,
fucking
that's
scary.
scary as
The
shit, bro.
scene at the very start where he's feeding you maggots is horrible. When you're in VR and you're
And,
there, you're like, oh no, don't do it, please, no, I don't want it. But hopefully, I'm hoping that they do VR with 8, and that the current PSVR is compatible with the PS5,
surely they will, yeah.
because I would play the tits out of it because it's so good in VR. Scary.
Then the the fucking the absolute crux for me, graphics wise, outside of the next one. Uh, was this that had everyone kind of spurging out? Was this a fucking Hideo Kojima piece? What the fuck was this? Pragmata?
Yeah, it
Um,
had the big Death Stranding vibes. Big Death Stranding vibes.
so let me just read what this fucking GameSpot is written down. A post-apocalyptic game set in a world where cats are now holograms. It's the first take.
Oh, really?
To be fair, we were quite like going, "Whoa, oh, that cat's a hologram. It's a ghosty cat, or it's a mechanical cat." But horrifying natural disasters wreck the world of Pragmata. We see a man in a spacesuit get thrown into the air along with several cars, and he then finds himself on the moon with little explanation, and a little young girl as well. I don't know why I missed all that. But yeah, very fucking huge Death Stranding vibes. That was the green net, Alex, coming out of
And
the
my
satellite.
my comments to Troll about this one has a cat in it, so I'm sold.
To be fair, like I said, that was kind of our takeaway was Death Stranding, holographic cat, Death Stranding, and as soon as we were on the moon, I was like, all right, cool, we're going to see a holographic whale splashing in the background, and he's going to stamp down the Studio Kojima fucking symbol, but no, apparently not. No Kojima Productions tied to it yet, but there's nothing here. It doesn't say anything here who the fuck it was. It very well may be actually a Kojima production game, I guess. But then, of course, the winner of the night for me was Horizon Zero Dawn sequel, Horizon Forbidden West. Just fucking stunning graphics, absolutely incredible colors, beautiful visuals. There's not much more you can say about it. If you haven't played the original Horizon Zero Dawn, I highly suggest you at least watch some playthroughs and see if it's the type of game you're into. I watched the Mrs. Privilege batter through the whole fucking thing. Beautiful game, really well written, great soundtrack, great visuals. I think it's kind of weird because it's such an odd genre, but it's this post-apocalyptic shit in a future where it's gone all sort of tribal, but then there's a huge cyberpunk-esque aesthetic where there are these mechanical dinosaur creatures, um, and just fucking huge old world kind of fucking animals that are converted into fucking mechanical creatures.
I need to pick it back up because I played it for a bit, but see, because so many games comes out, I'll start a game and then another game comes out and I'll go, I'll give that a go, and then I get sucked into that, and it's like it's just so cyclical where I don't finish games. So I think I'm
me, but with everything I do in my life.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, Mrs. Troll fucking hates me for that. She's like, I should take the bin out. I'm like, yeah, and I took the lid off. Fuck you.
I started it, but then this thing happened over here, so I had to go and see.
I've got the excuse. I just go, cool, I'll do that, and never do it.
Sounds like Ryan.
Yeah, I'm the same until eventually the missus does it, so that's fine. That's good. It's fun.
Honestly, I would murder you both.
But
so it only takes me 2 days to do.
So I mean, like I say, if you haven't played Horizon Zero Dawn first one, give it a wee look, see if it's your thing. But definitely watch the trailer for second one, because for me that was the highlight. I was genuinely.
It looked so good, to be fair.
I was absolutely stunned. And it was quite funny because they were pushing Aloy as the main character, as the new kind of PlayStation mascot almost. On the
like
PS4. I didn't really feel that for the PS4. It was kind of like, well, you know. But
they tried it, like seeing their advertising, they had her shown.
Yeah, quite a lot. For me, this was like, oh no, yeah, you're solidifying this. We're a game like that, this stature and this level. I think if you're talking graphically in comparison, the only other thing I've seen that looked anywhere near as good was Spider-Man, but that didn't have any gameplay in that trailer that I've seen anyway. So
well, the thing about the presser was everything was generated in PS5s.
Yep.
So it wasn't like they'd rendered it on a PC and then they were playing it. It's like, no, this is all came from the game. So it was like, oh shit.
I have a question based on like a non-gamer person. Why is it that some trailers have gameplay and some don't? Because the ones with gameplay made a lot more sense to a non-gamer person. Like, because I was watching the trailer and I was like, cool, this looks good. But then I was like, I don't really understand what the fuck it's about. It's like when there was gameplay, I understood like what the point of it was.
It's a classic debate and argument with gaming. Non-gameplay trailers are very much just cinematics. It's arguably there for hype, and it's supposed to be there for already fans or fans that are fucking. They know they're going to buy the game, you know. So it is just a cinematic fucking boost. But then you get into the argument, like you're saying, why would you put certain games, but especially new games that no one's heard about, why would you just give what's going on?
Sorry. Yeah, that's a sneeze.
Is Yangi biting you again? Do you need to call someone?
It's okay, that was a sneeze.
Yeah, but like arguably it was like for Goodbye Volcano High, you know?
Mhm.
That was annoying that there was no gameplay.
Yeah.
However, it may very well have worked in its benefit because the fucking thing was trending and it's coming out of our names. People are talking about it. What's the
It's
gameplay
true.
like? What's the gameplay like? So it can be used as a marketing technique, but at the same time, I would agree, Alex. For the most part, you kind of want to see a little bit of what the game is,
I just didn't
especially
understand what they were unless there was gameplay, basically.
Do you
yeah.
know? I think there's a lot of different kind of sides to it. It might be that the gameplay's not polished and it's not ready yet. And they're like, we don't want to show it if it's not. But it could also be like some companies have done in the past where they've showed gameplay,
Mm-hmm.
they went through development hell, and it's completely fucking
Mm-hmm.
changed, and it's not
Anthem,
the game.
Anthem,
Yep,
Anthem.
exactly.
Well, that like
Yep.
I don't know if you're versed in this at all, Alex, but was it 2 E3s ago, 3 E3s ago? A trailer was aired for a game called Anthem, and it looked
Hmm.
fucking incredible. It looked like a
It looked
fantasy
exceptional.
style Iron Man game where you could literally wear a fucking Iron Man suit called a Jaeger and just fly around this beautiful fucking fantasy world, killing big fuck off monsters and fighting big wars against other mechs, and advertise it as like this open world, multiple choice, multiple faction fucking thing. And then it transpired about 2 years later, just before the game launched, that in actual fact, what the game company had done, or the execs had done to the game devs, was ask them all to make a trailer, and then at the very last second, there's the trailer. The trailer was a high concept trailer. It was a very well polished trailer. It was a kick-ass trailer, but it was nothing more than a fucking trailer. The assets
Yes.
weren't
Aye.
rendered. There was nothing made for the game, and they then turned around to the game devs and went, "Cool, now make this game." And quite fucking,
Oh
quite
shit.
to no one's fucking surprise, what actually happened is the game came out and it looked fucking barely anything like the trailers. Like they managed to get the framework there, but it was downscaled ridiculously because they were asked to make a polished trailer, so they filled the trailer with as much fucking shit. As far as they were aware, it was a concept. It was nothing more
Yeah.
than concept art. But the
Yeah.
company just fucking aired it and literally patched their name onto it. Like they were still in talks. Like the game didn't have a name, and they were sitting watching. The game devs were watching E3 with their mouths agape, being told what the name of the game is, and they're literally turning it back up on Monday, and they're like, "Yeah, so go and make that trailer into a game." Everyone's like, "That's not how it fucking works. What are you doing?"
Yes. Yeah.
Flash
It's
forward to now, 2 years later, Anthem has
bombed.
bombed pretty hard. It still has a fan base, and they are working on it. But the latest from the company is that they are essentially fully rebooting the game to try and make it something akin to what the fuck was advertised in the first place.
Hopefully they do.
So it was a
Probably
fucking, it
not.
was a huge tragedy, but it was a huge fucking lesson, you know?
Yeah.
You don't
Don't
fucking
fuck about
advertise something.
it.
And
Yeah.
then again, you could argue the same with fucking Fallout 76. You know, the trailers are really cool, really polished. Even
Mhm.
that when you play the fucking game, you know,
Even now, years it's been out for years now, and it's still buggy as fuck.
just a
And I
little bit.
love it. And
But
I love it.
anyway, that is, I think that's sufficient for a fucking absolute computer game nerd day spurg out. What will be your first game on the PS4 then, Alex? Would you think?
I liked the one, the Sackboy one, and apparently I can get that. That's not that, but it's the same thing.
Yeah, Little Big Planet, stuff like that.
It's
Yeah,
the one. So I'm thinking maybe that one,
cool.
or maybe like a Ratchet and Clank thing. I think where it's
Yeah.
like kind of Mario-y, because then I might know what I'm doing.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of like platforming and puzzle solving kind of stuff going on with earlier Ratchet and Clanks. It does ramp up the shooter aspect as you go. I specifically remember the Mrs. Privilege tackle in the last Ratchet and Clank remaster on the PS4 there, getting about halfway through and just rage quitting the fucker. Because I mean, it's essentially, arguably it's supposed to be a kids game, but it can get a little tough. But I do know
Mate, kids
there's
are really fucking good at video games. I hate it.
that's it,
Can
yeah.
Can you
They
mind
can
being a
adapt
kid, right?
faster.
Like us being old fogey fucks, being a kid and playing. Like, see if you go back and try and play those games now, you're like, this is so difficult. Like,
Big
what the
time.
fuck? Like ghouls and goblins and fucking
I don't
old
remember what
Mario
it was
games and
called,
shit.
right? But I have a very vivid memory of like being a kid and playing a game where you had to play on a drum.
Donkey
I think
Konga.
yeah, that's my
Don-
my memory of playing games as a kid.
Donkey Konga is fucking brilliant. So good for the GameCube. You just rattle the drums like dung, 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 dung. Yeah. Any final thoughts from the actual the PS5 presser? I think the fact they've got two consoles is a step in the right direction, and the fact they've got one digital only, one with a disc is great.
Actually, I had a thought about that. We were watching it, and Dan said, "Oh yeah, one of them's digital," and I was like, "Oh, that's more environmentally friendly." And he looked at me and went, "That's not the point." And I was like, "But it could be."
Well, arguably it is, you know. I mean, at the end of the day, like, we're taking away a lot of waste. Sony's a very forward-thinking company like that. What was really funny was like Xbox were scrambling to move units last gen, so they came out with the dickless console. I mean, the discless console, and you know, everyone kind of ragged on them a little bit. They barely knocked 30 quid off the asking price, and when you actually looked into the inside of the console, all they'd done was just ordered a bunch of consoles to get made without the without the disk drive. When you took it apart, there were still all the fucking connectors and space for the disk drive, so it wasn't like a
buy one
customized
separately.
console for it. They just ripped out the fucking things.
Honestly, I'm surprised that they didn't. Every company didn't just do it last gen, where it's like, yeah, let's just do digital only, and here's an add-on you can buy if you want to use discs. Because everybody's lazy now. Everybody wants things right now, and if you can buy a game and have it downloaded and ready to play midnight the game actually launches, more people are going to do that.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, my biggest takeaway was just like the console wars officially over. We won. It's done. You can argue all you want, but I don't see Xbox hitting us out with an hour's worth of fucking games.
To be fair, I was a lot more interested in what was happening in that stream than what I've seen Ryan playing.
Oh shit, son!
Oh.
I'm neutral, fortunately. So Prev's a Sony
Fuck
fanboy.
your
He wants to be
Sony
like,
because you're next to me.
Yeah, no, I'm of the opinion that we've got to take in a place where graphics are so high and gameplay so high, it doesn't matter. It's literally indistinguishable. Like graphics wise, who the fuck notices it without a big fuck off TV that's 8K? Where you're like, well, actually, the frame rate you can see the 2 frames of fuck up. No, you can't. No, you can't. You sad fuck. Shut up and play goddamn games, right?
Ken, shut
It's all about preference now. It's all about what do you and your friends play, what you're most likely to play. That's it. That is all it is now. It doesn't like the specs don't fucking matter. Like we've got to a point where it's diminishing returns. So it used to be like to double the tech took like 2 years. So like PS2 to PS3, then PS3 to PS4. But even then you can see that there's a drop in the amount that we've grown. So like PS1 to PS2 is a huge jump. PS2 to PS3 is a huge jump. PS3 to PS4, not a bit as big a jump, it's still quite a big jump. And PS4 to PS5 it's like a quarter of what it was for PS1 to PS2. It doesn't matter now. The games are fun, they're all polished. It's all about preference. Stop being console war assholes. It's as simple as that.
I actually said to Ryan last night, I was like, so what is the what is the pros and cons of like fucking Xbox versus PlayStation? He just went,
That's literally it.
That's
Yeah,
a pretty
I
good
think
point. It really came
yeah.
just came down to preference between the HUD and preference between the exclusives and preference between controllers at the end of the day. But then obviously it came down to preference between do you want to be playing the console, or do you want to be playing the console that's got 100 million in the world? And I agree with you on one point, Joel. There's no need for a console war anymore because it's
Here we
over.
go.
We've won. It's done. That's it. You know.
If Sony can keep up the momentum they've got with the PS4, then yeah, there's no fucking way Xbox can catch up. Not a chance. See if they can get their current user base to adopt PS5, then it'll be done. Definitely. But we'll see. We'll see.
Awesome. Well, I think that's as good a place as any to wrap it up. Just slowly but surely exposing our YouTubes here, as we, on the visual element, as we do also post on YouTube. If you're listening to this,
I've got shit posting videos and one banking basics video. I should probably make more.
Yeah, maybe
lots of videos.
I've got an excuse though. I have a baby, so fucking get out.
Oh, yeah, you've
It's
got a baby
like a
now.
couple of weeks ago.
What's your excuse from before then? I was an expectant father.
But yeah, keep your eyes peeled, folks. Fucking loads of podcasts over this weekend. We've got the Unmonetizables, the Fuck Chronicles official podcast that we're doing on Sundays, and I'm also making a special appearance, special guest appearance on the Scots to Soul podcast for our 2-year anniversary of
The
the
betrayal
Scots.
troll.
I know.
What,
How dare you?
excuse me,
Captain Podcast, more like.
I was on the Scots Soul podcast way before we had a podcast here, okay?
Tim betrayal.
Are you,
I can't betray. I started this podcast. How dare you? I can't betray my own podcast. This isn't wrestling.
You need to pick him out.
Don't you walk away me.
Oh, baby! And in regards to Scots Soul, are you going to be doing a on-camera appearance, or are you going to be doing
Oh God,
the
you
masked
just
man?
reminded me. I need to cam up.
Yeah,
I
you
need
do,
to make
baby.
myself beautiful.
To get that makeup on.
Maybe a Yangi makeup video come sooner than you fucking expected.
Oh,
You do always one. You do always one, Prince.
actually do. Yeah, you did
I know.
promise.
I'm back to work now, so there's no excuse. I need to do it.
You fucked up. You fucked
I
up.
just don't know
You
why
fucked up.
pissing me rain because I'm going to go outside, do a bit of a stroll.
He's going to do a Theresa May and run through fields of wheat as a
What?
lady in a dress.
For some reason, I like just my mind went to Gladiator. So the music for Gladiator. It's just Teresa with a
Yeah.
glass of wine and a fag. Anyway,
Yes. Thank you ever so kindly for joining us, guys, girls, ladies, germs, unidentified, etc., etc.
Unidentified CIS Gang in the chat. UCG in the chat if you made it this far. 20 million rock points.
Gang, 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 gang. Peace.